Piscopo on the radio. It is 926 on AM 970. The Answer. Johnny Tabacco is with us, CEO of the Token Team, host of What's the Deal on Newsmax TV, just ripping it up on Newsmax TV. And John's one of our friends from Staten Island who we know. He got us out. I got to tell you something. Why I love this guy. He got us out to the Republican convention. Where I mean, can I say it? The station said, "No, we're not paying for everything." Johnny sponsored the whole thing because you felt it was vital for us to go out. But can I do this for you?
Joe, I get sponsors and bring them to the station.
And you do it better
Don't
than
think
anybody.
It's philanthropy from me. I make it. I'm gonna make it happen.
I have to do
guy,
this.
okay?
I have to do this though, and we got so many questions to ask. I want to. Do this cling. Do the sock cling.
Oh, man.
Do it. Okay, George, you got to get shot.
Always got to do
something. Where
something.
can we get the camera if he goes on the other side of Frankie
I
over there?
never do this, but
Tell me exactly what he said. This was
a major fashion faux pas. I have static cling this morning.
Oh, wow.
Look at it. Look at John's feet. You got to get John's feet. Can you get there? Can you get a wider shot? Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, hold on. Look
People on the radio watching at home. My pants are up to my knees. Okay. We got that out of the way.
Because John and I are so worried about dressing the best. He goes like this. These sugs, I can't stand my sugs. I go, what? Static cling. Don't they have a spray for that? Don't they have a spray for that?
In the future, let's let my impersonation stick with Arthur Idala, okay? He is. Not that I was happy with it, but it was a lot better than that one. But
what's that?
1 minute he's telling me how great I am for getting us to Cleveland, and the next minute he's hitting me with a Billie Jean King backhand.
Oh,
right?
it's done with love. So,
I love it. Joe.
Don't they have a spray for that?
You guys call me.
should
Hey,
bring
can you
it.
come in 15 minutes early? I'm running down the street. I don't have time with my pants at my knees. I don't have time to stop in CVS to get the static cling remover. And now you're taking 5 minutes of my segment talking about my pants being in the wrong place.
He's running down
This
the
is crazy.
street.
I want to thank
He's
John.
running down the street with his
I think
pants
that's what's
up
the
to his
deal.
knees.
I
Oh,
want to
my
thank John
God.
publicly as well for finding my Route 22 Toyota
Frank,
vehicle the other day.
You're
That was
welcome.
cool.
It was my pleasure.
That was great.
And they're so cute too. You know, Frankie's texting me a million
that
times a
is
day.
funny.
We text back and forth. When there's an issue, we need you to come in early. What do? They have Mary text me. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's gonna say no to Mary?
Yeah,
Slick.
so true.
This whole
John.
place is slick.
I can't get. I'm not going.
Anyhow, the Token Team, the sponsor of this segment.
First, let's plug Newsmax while you're at
yeah.
it, man.
Well, look, the big news, the real deal this week is that the show is doing so good. Okay, the feedback is so good that Chris Ruddy, the CEO of Newsmax TV, said, "Hey, I'm going to put on What's the Deal on Thanksgiving Day, Thursday,
Beautiful.
at 5 p.m. for a special showing." Okay, and then our team at Fuzz on the Lens and Frankie and Nicole, our whole team, jumped into action to put together a best of show,
Great.
a special show which is going to bring all our audience up to speed on anything they may have missed, and that's going to air at 5 p.m. on Thursday.
You can get it online, guys.
After
right?
everyone's ate
Yeah.
and they're all fat and they're laying on the couch and hopefully the Cowboys are taking a beating on the game, tune in to Newsmax TV 115 on Fios, recently on Spectrum here in New York, channel 222, 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving.
All right, Johnny. We will. Maxine Waters, chair of Financial Services Committee. How dangerous is this?
Well, I think based on some of her recent comments, she's indicated quite clearly that she's going to obstruct Trump. And just recently, I think she called all Trump supporters scumbags.
Yeah.
This is a bunch of scumbags. That's what they are.
So this is Maxine Waters on national television talking about Trump and his supporters being scumbags. So the market yesterday jumped to attention like, oh, my God, she might actually take over the Financial Services Committee. And market was down 400, as you know, yesterday. Bad day. Also some bad news on the tech stocks.
Yeah.
And if you want to go back to a couple weeks ago when Mama Piscopo was going against my call and buying tech stocks.
Well, she was advised to do that, and I did the same thing. I just bought it last week. I bought Apple.
I'm going to start keeping a tally, the Mama Piscopo index.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the markets, the New York Stock Exchange was down 1.5% yesterday.
Yeah,
the tech-heavy NASDAQ down 3%.
But those techs,
so
don't
double.
Don't the techs always come back? Unlike cryptocurrency.
Well,
which
I
seems
don't
to be
know.
going away.
Let's keep our eye on the Mama Piscopo index, and hopefully the techs come back.
Yeah.
But, you know, for now, it looks like the market's going to be a little shaky. But to be honest with you, Maxine Waters is going to delude herself so badly by coming in with a personal vengeance that I don't think the banks or Goldman Sachs, as everybody's warning, I don't think people have to worry about anything. She's not going to be focused on regulating banks. She's going to be focused on getting Donald Trump's tax returns.
That's right.
And she'll get exposed very shortly. She is exposed, but she'll get exposed further, Joe.
Hey, John, I see Frankie wrote this about Overstock, which I actually originally liked. Then they got a little too expensive, but you've worked with them in the past, and I feel like so many people that holiday shopping online is what I do, but is Black Friday still a big deal for retailers?
Yeah, Joe. I worked for a subsidiary of Overstock where I was the vice president of technology, so I wasn't really involved in e-commerce side, but I think Cyber Monday has become the big day for all online e-commerce companies where they see what the foot traffic is into the brick and mortars on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, and then Cyber Monday they try to zap up the deals even more so.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good year. Household incomes are up at an all-time high right now. Unemployment is at all-time lows. African-American unemployment is at all-time lows. So people have more money in their pocket. People have more access to credit. So I think this is going to be a very green Christmas for e-commerce and online companies because people have money to spend thanks to Donald Trump.
Yeah. So, hey, somebody told us you might run for public advocate in New York City.
Oh, wow. Frank is somebody.
You said that last week.
Sometimes I speak to Frank in confidence over a couple of martinis, and I forget what I tell him.
You said that on the radio.
I am seriously considering mounting a grassroots campaign, Joe, where a independent like me could possibly win. I'm looking at the metrics closely. I'm having some serious high-level meetings this week. But if I would run for it, it would be strictly for the reason to diminish the office down to the bare essentials, reassign the people to make other parts of New York City government more efficient, and basically shut down the office except for its main functions because it is a useless office. It's a springboard for Democrats who want to run for mayor, and the office really has no more power. You had Andrew Stein on yesterday.
Yeah, he was great.
Andrew Stein said he was the president of the city council. He had 2 votes on the board of estimate. There was a real meaning to the president of the city council. They created public advocate to give Andrew Stein some ceremonial position that still had some stature and status in New York City. Okay, and I guess after being public advocate, you get to
public advocate
Ann Coulter.
I know, but yeah, right.
If I run for public advocate, do I get to date Ann Coulter? Is that what happens next?
Yeah, I don't know. You got to ask Frankie on that. He's the expert on that. So, Johnny, to give us a breakdown, where's the Newsmax? A special showing on Thanksgiving.
The Newsmax, What's the Deal on Newsmax TV is on at 1 o'clock on Sundays. Joe, one last thing before we go. Can I bring Frankie Frizz in here?
He's the man. This guy is so funny. Frankie Frizz is he's a comedian, but he's got the what's the name of the soda again? You guys,
Frizz. That's Frankie. The Frizz coffee.
Yeah. Hello, Frankie. How are you, my friend?
Joe, bubbly espresso soda.
I'll show you what a crowd.
Straight from Calabria, Italy. But Joe, on this day, my Elevate Coffee is I'm a coffee man, right?
Yeah.
I'm an Elevate distributor.
Yeah.
I'm with Frank in Heart, Mind, Body, Spirit on promoting Frizz Coffee. So I'm a big coffee guy, right? But I want to point out that my sensei, who signed me up and introduced me to the Elevate, is Nick Maynard. That's his name. He's like the boss of all Elevate bosses. And today is his 1-year anniversary as a monster distributor for Elevate. And
congratulations.
What we're going to do today, Joe, is Nick is running a little contest where people who join a raffle by the end of the month, some Elevate distributor wins $100. Okay, for Nick's 1-year anniversary, Frank just signed up and became a distributor of Elevate.
There you go.
And
Frankie
is going to give out an additional 5 winners at $100.
How could the listeners win?
In the Elevate contest, you go to ElevateSmartBeverage.com.
ElevateSmartBeverage.com.
You will see a contest. We'll promote it on the show. Nick will send it out. But Nick's listening. Nick, thanks for getting me an Elevate. It's one of the best small business opportunities for entrepreneurs. Frankie's a new member.
It really is.
Frankie, good to see you. Where are you playing next, Frankie? That's what I want to know about.
I'm waiting for you, Joe.
All right.
I'm waiting for you.
Take you with me, huh?
I'm waiting for you. Hey, Joe, did you hear about the cross-site teacher?
Whatever.
She's going to control pupils.
Yeah. Rip shot, I'll tell you. Thank Johnny Tabacco. Thank you. Check him out, Newsmax, Thanksgiving Day, and 1 o'clock on Sundays.
1 o'clock every Sunday.
Frankie, thank you, brother.
Joe, I love you. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Love you, too. 9:36 right now. And Frankie Five Boroughs has the headline news on AM 970.